Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Wednesday Wisdom on the Educational AD Podcast. We're going to be right back with today's guest, but as always, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors. Now, these are all great companies. I used them. You should be using them too. So take 3 minutes. Don't hit that fast forward button. Listen to our shout outs, then listen to our Wednesday Wisdom guest, and then go and visit these sponsors. I'm telling you, you're going to be glad you did. Here we go. We want to say thanks to Sideline Interactive, indoor score tables and video boards. Go to sidelineinteractive.com. You can schedule a live web demo to see their products in action. You've heard me say many times, probably the best purchase I ever made as an AD was our Sideline Interactive indoor score table. Go to sidelineinteractive.com. Schedule that live web demo today. We also want to say thanks to our friends at Huddle. As a football coach, I used Huddle for years. As an AD, I made sure we were a Huddle school, and our coaches, our student athletes, even our parents just love the platform. Go to huddle.com, join the millions of users, and turn your school into a Huddle school. That's huddle.com. We want to say thanks to Home Campus. Things like scheduling, rosters, results, facilities. Home Campus does all of these things and more, and it does it better and faster than the other platforms. Did I mention athletic eligibility and clearance? That one alone is a game changer. Go to homecampus.com to get started. And with all our sponsors, make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Educational AD Podcast. We also want to say thanks to Vital Signs Wall of Fame and their content creation platform. Now, Wall of Fame has been helping schools bring their legacy to life for over a decade, but Beacon Creative, their content creation platform, takes it to a whole new level. Their talented team of writers and creators are going to take your stories, your history, your coaches, your kids, and come up with compelling narratives that you can then post on social media to promote your program. You really got to see it to believe it. Go to vitalsignswalloffame.com and click on Content Services. You're going to be glad you did. We also want to say thanks to Gipper. Your athletic department is doing great stuff, and you need to get it out there on social media. Gipper lets your program look like it's Division I, like it's professional grade. Gipper's used and trusted by over 20,000 high school and college athletic programs. Check out and see why they are number one for athletic marketing. With their thousands of professionally designed templates, you can promote your program and customize those templates with your colors, your brands, your logos. Create, share, and post all your social media in one simple platform, and that platform is Gipper. Go to Gipper.com for more information. We also want to thank Booster Hub, the number one Booster Club software application. Scheduling volunteer changes. You know it's going to happen. Nothing falls through the cracks with Booster Hub. It's a secure platform that really works. Same thing with concession sales or sponsorship fees. Everybody stays connected. Everybody knows what's going on. Give your boosters the platform they need. Give them the platform they deserve. And that platform is Booster Hub. Go to boosterhub.com. We'd like to thank Ohio University and their online masters in athletic administration. Now, I didn't get my master's through the Ohio program, but my assistant AD did, along with thousands of others. And while they earned their degree, they also completed 11 NIAAA leadership training courses at no extra charge. Check out Ohio University and their online masters in athletic administration. Let's also thank Hometown. Hometown continues to be a leader in education-based athletics with their solutions that include things like digital ticketing, fee-free fundraising with School Funder, athletic website construction, but the Hometown list goes on and on. Whether you're a principal, an athletic director, even a head coach, Hometown is going to show you how to save time. They're going to show you how to raise more money, and they're going to show you how to bring your community together. You'll find it all at hometown.com. And finally, we want to say thanks to Athletic Surveys by LifeTrack. If you're not using a survey to take the pulse of your coaches, your student athletes, even your parents, you're missing out on a great opportunity. Go to athleticsurveys.com. They're going to create a custom survey that really lets you take the pulse of everybody in your program. That's athleticsurveys.com. And once again, make sure you tell our sponsors you heard about it on the Educational AD Podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another segment of Wednesday Wisdom on the Educational AD Podcast. Regular listeners will certainly recognize the name Kelsi Frank. If you're new to the podcast, go back to our Spotify archives. Kelsi had a great interview. She's part of our Athletic Director Toolbox 4th edition. She's also been a Wednesday Wisdom guest a couple of times, and she's got a great library herself. Kelsi is the Director of Athletics at Senn H.S. That's in the Chicago area. Tremendous background as a leader, as a coach, and now as an administrator, and we're excited to have her back. Kelsi, welcome back to the Educational AD Podcast.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you for that introduction. It makes me feel good on this lovely Wednesday after morning, actually, in Chicago.
Well, for our listeners, we're recording this on June 11th, so it's going to be very timely when you listen to it. Kelsi, you already shared a little bit about what you're going to have on Wednesday Wisdom, so I'm going to get out of the way. What do you have for our listeners on this episode of Wednesday Wisdom?
Well, knowing that it's summertime in athletics right now, it's a little bit slower, but this is a time where, as an athletic director, you remember the 3 R's: review, reevaluate, and rejuvenate. The 3 R's we got to remember as athletic directors coming into the summer and going into next fall. And personally, rejuvenate ourselves. So the 3 R's we'll be talking about today is what I follow.
No, and again, it's just perfect timing, and it's something that I think we talk about a lot as athletic directors, but sometimes we're not the best at executing that. So, tell us how we can all do a better job in these areas.
Yeah. Yes. So the first one, reviewing your season. So what we did this year, I usually meet one-on-one with my coaches, but this year I made a whole group effort. So we met as a team, as a unit, reviewed our season as just a department as a whole. Coaches got to speak up, talk about things that they love most, things that can be improved on, and review overall what can I do best to serve them as their athletic director. Reviewing the needs necessary, reviewing new implementations that we did this year as an athletic department and administration department at Senn H.S, and getting that feedback from those coaches and taking those reviews and implementing into our next R, reevaluate. So during the summertime, I always myself reevaluate how I did personally. As an athletic director, always review and reevaluate what I did per season. But now at the end of this year, I would review what can I do better for the whole department. So reevaluating and it's reestablishing key items necessary for my athletics to be successful. And that will be coming into the following year. So those two kind of go correlate hand in hand there. So taking those reviews and reevaluating my successes, the coach's successes, needs improvement, and implementing into August 1st, actually. So that's the 2 R's here. The last one, rejuvenate. It's more of a personal level. And I think personally, every athletic director and anybody in this field should do is rejuvenate yourself personally, with your family, with crucial time that you missed out throughout the year. As we know, our hours are crazy here. We don't work the 9 to 5. We don't work the 7 to 3. We work basically 7 to 7 or 7 to 10 every night, not seeing our families, making sure we dedicate our family here in athletics. So my family is these kids, 500 of them. My family is these coaches. And then the summertime, my family knows my dedication to what I'm doing here every day. And now it's time to focus on them in the summer.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know a good friend of mine, he says that AD also stands for all day, after dark, and all duties too. So
yes, all day, every day, 24/7. Even now in the summer, even though I'm the rejuvenation stage of my life right now, of my athletic department summertime, we are still doing summer programming. So there we go. But it's still a lighter side. It's still during the morning hours and the sun's still out when I go home. So that's a good thing.
Well, as you have grown in your role as an AD, I think, a lot of times, there's that aha moment. And as I mentioned, I think ADs, try to do these 3 R's, but sometimes, they struggle with it, and it's we all do it. Did you have an aha moment as an athletic director that really made these resonate with you and your school and your staff?
My aha moment actually is when I found out I am pregnant with my second child, that is currently right now. So that was my aha moment, realizing I really need to take this balance seriously. I have a 7-year-old coming up at home. I have a new baby on the way in August. So I realized, like, wow, I really need to figure out this balance for my life and my husband and for these students and coaches, and understanding that balance and how to lay that out. So my aha moment is when I found out I'm pregnant with my little baby girl coming, and understanding how to separate and put in boxes these different R's and how they all kind of correlate into one at the end of the day. So having that review session helped me get in tune with the reevaluation part and reevaluating my own self and the department, getting into my rejuvenation stage. So having those 3 R's really solidified how I wrote that down and how I broke it down really has helped me become a more peaceful person at this moment. So it does, it really does. Even though the school's peaceful, myself personally, I'm very peaceful right now. So it's good.
Now, you've shared a lot about some of the initiatives that you brought to Senn High School as their athletic director. Um, is there something coming up that you're currently working on with your staff that you can share with our listeners?
We have this thing called the bench list. I think I've heard about it before, talking about accountability for our students. So the bench list goes over the grade aspect, the student athlete part, so academics first. It goes over school tardies, building tardies, class tardies, and behavior, which any basic student should be following. That's what we have. But also on an athlete, this helps them guide them to understand, well, how does it become a young adult and not just a student in a school. So that was a hot topic for a review of the year for our coaches because it was brand new this year. So that was a big takeaway piece. What can we do? What worked and how was it successful, and what didn't work? The most successful part was the kids were more accountable for themselves getting to school on time, and their grades were the highest they've been so far and off that bench list. So those kids really understood like the assignment. First, they did not like me, but it's okay. You don't need to like me to understand what I'm doing. But they realized at the end of the day, like, Miss Young or Miss Frank, uh, I really like that you were always on top of me about making sure I was in class. I really like that my grades were here, and you really helped me improve my grades being a better student athlete. So hearing those things midway through the year was great. Coaches love that portion too. The only thing we really want to work on is like the tardiness of school tardy and first period tardy. Those kind of, we're trying to find that balance because it is technically like a double whammy, but it wasn't, you know. So we're trying to reevaluate that portion of it with my administration team and see what could become up for the fall while I'm out. So I'm trying to figure out that now before I go on maternity leave. So this is what we're kind of working on and adjusting a couple of things. But overall, that was the big takeaway, the big review, the big reevaluation of my year with those kids and the coaches.
Yeah, and again, student success is certainly something that is always at the forefront for ADs. You opened the door for a discussion point that I hadn't thought of, but I'm going to ambush you with
Good,
this.
go.
You mentioned that, and if listeners you haven't picked up on this, Kelsey's expecting her second child, next month, 1 month from now. You're going to be out for a while. I think one way, we can look at an athletic department is, how well does it continue to function when the leader is not there? What are some steps that you've taken to ensure that Senn High School continues to run smoothly during your absence?
Oh, see, that's one of the things that stresses me out because I'm not here. But you know what? I have a great staff group. My assistant principal will be stepping in to help at the time while I'm out for my maternity leave for 12 weeks. He's been an athletic director for a little bit himself, but he stepped down to become, full-time assistant principal, and this is where I'm in here now. What I have done for those fall sports, fall and into winter sports, I preemptively made every document spreadsheet that they always are used to get from me, sent it out to them, and understand like what can I for the review session. They know and understand that clearly that my assistant principal will be in charge, but here are the steps that you have. You have the tools. You already know what needs to be done. Here's what you need to do by this date at this time. Getting schedules in, getting your rosters in, and it's already pre-planned. So there's nothing ever changing. They all know what the date is. They all know the expectation, and should easily, smoothly ran within that expectation. So at the review session as well, They all got the permanent dates for fall sports, permanent dates for winter sports, and putting their schedules into the Google Calendar and putting into the spreadsheet and requesting all their buses. So as of right now, I have all my buses and charters inputted for the fall season done completely. So for that, that's really nice to have. And then winter season, we already have our one sport already has all their season done and have all their buses ready. So getting that way ahead of time and they know that they're secure and not have to worry about, oh, is she coming back or did she get to this? Or did we talk about this? It's been pre-planned, pre-evaluated, pre-done along with my assistant principal and set up our coaches for success so they don't feel like they're being lost as well.
Yeah, and that's such an important point, having the communication, with coaches, with the administration, so they're not going crazy, and your phone's not blowing up while
Yes.
you're trying to take care of other things. Okay?
Yes.
Um, do you have at your school, is there somebody that's going to be designated, interim AD or assistant
Yeah.
AD while you're gone? Is there a go-to person?
Yeah, it will be our assistant principal, AP Brewer. He will be the designee interim AD for the 12 weeks. My due date is August 12th, so we'll see if she comes early or not. So he might get a little break. She might come at the end of July. And he'd be like, yes, a couple weeks early when I come back. I'll be coming back around Christmas time is my designated time to come back around. I've already scheduled that. But so he already knows what needs to be done. Him and I sat down. I said, do you want to keep it the same? Like the process has been going well. There's been great reviews from the coaches, however the process has been. So we're just going to keep it that way and not change a thing. He's like, I'm going to keep whatever you have going on and make sure I do my best to be the next Miss Young, Miss Frank in the building for that 12 to 16 weeks.
Well, again, all the best with everything AD related. All the best, related to you and your family.
Yes.
We always try to build networks and build connections here. So if one of our listeners wanted to reach out and add you to their network, or pick your brain a little bit more on review, reevaluate, and rejuvenate, what's the best way that our listeners can connect with Kelsi Frank?
They can connect me via email at kfrank1@cps.edu. They can connect me there. And then I also have my cell as well. You can always hit me myself. I'm always free. And I'm very open to that as well. So it's 312-533-5516. Any questions you have, I would love to give to you.
Well, Kelsi, thanks again for taking time out of your schedule to share with our listeners. As I mentioned, all the best with everything that you have going on. And, looking forward to the next time that we can connect on the podcast or in person. It was great seeing you at the national conference this year.
Yes, and I will be down there in Arizona with my little one. So don't worry.
We'll definitely make plans to connect again. Very cool.
Yes.
Okay. For our listeners, we want you to stay connected. And to do that, we post all of our interviews on the Educational AD Podcast YouTube channel. We do Wednesday Wisdom just about every week and just about every day. We try to share stories and best practices from the world of athletics. So please come back and join us again on the next episode of the Educational AD Podcast. We'll see you next time. Always a great time with Kelsi Frank, Senn High School. Make sure you reach out and connect with Kelsi. Make sure you reach out and connect with our sponsors too. These are all companies, if they're not already on your team, they should be on your team. Check out Sideline Interactive Indoor Score Tables and Video Boards. Athletic surveys. If you're not using a survey to take the pulse of your student athletes, your coaches, your parents, you're really missing out. Booster Hub. It's the #1 booster club software package. Go to boosterhub.com. Home Campus for scheduling, for rosters, results, athletic eligibility, and facilities. That's homecampus.com. Speaking of home, how about Hometown? Digital ticketing, website construction, fundraising. Go to hometown.com. Ohio University and their online masters in athletic administration. Check them out. Huddle. I was a coach that used Huddle as an AD. We were a Huddle school. Go to huddle.com. Gipper. Go to gipper.com. Turn your social media website into a destination. And Vital Signs Wall of Fame and Beacon Creative. Check them out as well. Thanks as always for listening. We'll see you next time on the Educational AD Podcast.